students of secondary. Let's go to complete our revision about what we studied before about the kidney. Especially we talk about the excretion in human. So we have this question as we choose the following right statement. The loop of Henle presence inside the kidney in the what? In cortex or pelvis or medulla or nephron. طبعا we know the position or the location of lobe of Henle as it exists in what? In medulla. Why medulla? Because we know Bowman's capsule exists in the cortex. Then lobe of Henle descend inside the kidney through the medulla. Next question is, which of the following controls the excretion of the urine outside the body? طبعا هنا we talk about excretion of urine outside the body. وcontrol يعني بيتحكم في الاكسكريشن ده. We have number 1 ureter, urethra. طبعا A urinary bladder, B ureter, C urethra, number D 2 kidneys. We should know urinary bladder for storage only, ureter for transportation only, and 2 kidneys for filtration only. So we should know the urethra. The what? The urethra. Why? Because urethra controls the excretion of urine by involuntary muscles. By involuntary muscles. Next question is, the blood fluid or plasma especially is filtered out of blood in the human kidney in the what? طبعا we know plasma of the blood carries all the wastes as nitrogenous wastes, excess water, excess salts, glucose, and يعني other substances. طيب هو بيقول لي blood fluid is filtered out of the blood in human kidneys. بيحصل فين؟ طبعا we should know in what? In nephron. صح؟ But especially in what? In Bowman's capsule. The first point, make the first point or the first step of filtration in the nephron. احنا we know nephric tubules at the first coiled, second coiled lobe of Henle. But we should know at the same time in the Bowman's capsule make the filtration of the plasma. Next question is, if the average of urine amount that is excreted by a man in one day is 700 centimeter cube طبعا as a volume, so the average of sweat amount in this day, the average of what? Of sweat amount. يعني we talk about the sweat amount in this day. يبقى we talk about urine 700 centimeter cube. So the sweat about how many? طبعا we can choose 700. Wrong. We have 200, 2,500, 800, 1,300. So we should know this information. The amount of water, at least every day, about 2 liters of water daily excreted outside the body. يعني about at least الافريج بتاعنا 2 liters. يعني 2000 what? Centimeter cube. So we have 700 centimeter cube. So the rest is 1,300 centimeter cube. Next one is the total amount of blood passes through each kidney every minute is the volume of blood is pumped by the heart. بيقول لي total amount of blood that passes through each kidney every minute. في كل دقيقة قد ايه كمية البلد اللي هي passes through the kidney for filtration طبعا. يا ترى دبل ولا هاف ولا كوارتر ولا سكس؟ طبعا عمرها ما هتبقى دبل يعني ضعف ازاي؟ طبعا بيقول each kidney، خلي بالنا من البوينت دي كويس جدا. يبقى about what? about quarter volume of blood pumped through each minute from the heart. Number 17 بيقول لي the accumulation of excretory substances in the human blood without their disposal through the two kidneys causes what? Accumulation تراكم، يعني ال excretory substance in the human blood في الدم without disposal through the two kidneys، من غير ما يمر بالكدنس، يحصل filtration causing urea poisoning, the collection أو collecting of urine in pelvis, the formation of stones, the quick filling of urinary bladder. طبعا if the excretory materials or substances accumulate in the blood, so we have here the case of urea poisoning، تسمم. Number A. The next question is the excretory substances are filtered from the blood by the artificial kidney اللي هي الكلى الصناعية، غسيل كلوي. From the kidney failure، طبعا we talk about the kidney failure depending on phenomenon, diffusion, osmosis, selective permeability, active transport. Here we depend on the phenomenon of diffusion because the waste products as nitrogenous waste, excess salt, excess water will transfer from high concentration to low concentration through semi-permeable طبعا substance. Number 19. The blood that moves out from the person that suffers from kidney failure to the artificial kidney comes from the اللي بالنا بيقول blood moves from the person that suffers from kidney failure اللي عنده فشل كلوي. artificial kidney للكلى الصناعية comes from vein, blood capillary, artery or what? or heart. طبعا heart is the main part. الهارت هو الأساس. Pump the blood. But here we talk about what? Which part we receive blood to the artificial kidney. مين الجزء اللي هيجي؟ طبعا carry the waste. يبقى this part is called what? is called artery. is called artery. طبعا المفروض الارتري will pour in the renal artery, but here we have artificial kidney and kidney failure, so the blood from artery to the artificial kidney then return back through the vein as filtered blood. Next question is urea is formed in the what of human body. طبعا اليوريا from the nitrogenous wastes طبعا didn't أو doesn't come from the lung، مش جاية من اللنج طبعا. not from the، خلي بالنا بيقول formed not from the skin، مش من السكن. and the urea not formed in the kidney، ما بتتكونش في الكلى، but it formed in what? in liver. Why? because liver as we studied before make diminution as to separate excess amino acid from the excess amino group from the amino acid اللي هي الديمينيشن. وطبعا الامينو acid is the basic or the units of urea، هو اللي بيعمل مادة اليوريا. We will correct some statements here. The skin adheres to the body by horny layer. طبعا the skin adheres to the body by number one by what? Yes, by derm, not epiderm. The volatile contents of spices are excreted outside the body by liver. طبعا volatile substances not by liver but by lungs. Number three, sweat gland is a structure that presents around the hair near its exit from the skin. طبعا sweat gland around the hair. لا طبعا sweat gland not around the hair. طبعا هنا we have hair follicle out in the lower part, but in the upper part we have fat glands or sebum glands. Sebum gland. The biggest organ in the human body is the liver, which plays an important role in the excretion process. طبعا the biggest organ in the body, not the liver, but we talk about the skin, and has another role in the immunity. Last question, dear students, is the outer narrow region of kidney is called the medulla. طبعا outer narrow region in kidney is called what? Is called cortex. Thanks a lot, dear students.